The rich getting richer and richer and richer, and ordinary people owning fewer and fewer assets. That affects you because the rich are competing for the same resources that you need.
When discussing income and wealth inequality, it is important to understand that when people say that the rich are getting richer, it does not mean it is the same group of rich people increasing their wealth. There is a high amount of turnover among those with the highest incomes and the greatest amount of wealth, which suggests that wealth doesn't magically perpetuate itself. For example, Donald J. Boudreaux writes that people who make the list of the IRS's top 400 individual tax returns do not stay there for long. Between 1992 and 2009, 73% of individuals who appeared on the list did so for only 1 year. Thomas Sowell came to a similar conclusion in his book Social Justice Fallacies, noting that during the years from 1992 to 2014, there were 4,584 people in the so-called top 400 income recipients. Of these, 3,262 were in that bracket just 1 year. Many of the wealthiest people and their heirs from just 3 or 4 decades ago are largely forgotten today. Juan Ramon Rayo points out that many of the people who first appeared on the Forbes list of billionaires in 1987 saw a massive reduction in their wealth over time. The wealthiest man in the world in 1987 was Yoshiaki Tsutsumi, worth $20 billion. Rayo states that the last time he appeared on the Forbes list was 2006. By then, his wealth had melted down to $1.2 billion, which, taking into account inflation, was equivalent to $678 million. In other words, his wealth dropped by 96% since 1987. When we look at individuals instead of income brackets over time, we find that wealth does not simply perpetuate itself, but it frequently changes hands based on how capital is managed to meet changing consumer demands.